Okay, in this video we're going to hit the rest of the problems in this review. So, proportion questions. Now, you've done proportions, but they've already been set up for you. This one, I didn't set up for you. I'm going to have you set it up. It's not too hard, though. Tony can read 6 pages in his biology book in 15 minutes. How long will it take him to read 14 pages? Well, basically I'm looking at pages, number of pages on top, and time on the bottom. Okay, so that's my kind of my template here. So 6 pages in 15 minutes equals how long will it take him? Well, where's time at? It's looking for how long. Where's time? It's on the bottom. To read 14 pages, and 14 goes on the top. There's my proportion. It's a pretty simple one. Cross multiply, you get 6x equals 14 times 15, which is 210. Divide by 6, you get 35. So it'll take him 35 minutes. Okay, that's the setup of a proportion. I have another one on number 11. Karen uses a recipe that calls for 9 ounces of chocolate chips in order to make 24 cookies. Okay, how many cookies can she make if she has 15 ounces of chocolate chips? Okay, so it's going to be ounces on top and cookies on the bottom. You could flip it if you want. It wouldn't matter. But 9 ounces made 24 cookies. How many cookies? The cookies is on the bottom. Can she make if she has 15 ounces of chocolate chips? So 9x equals whatever 15 times 24 is, which is 360. Divide by 9, you get x equals 40 cookies. Average question. Now, we've actually done one of these before, way back in the first unit. If you remember it, great. Some of you might not. Cameron wants to get at least an A- in algebra this year. If he already has an 86%, 95%, 84%, and 97% on his first 4 tests, what does he need on his 5th test to have an average of 90%? So we're looking for his 5th test average. So I'm going to say, I'll say P equals 5th test score. So to find the average of all 5, we're going to add up all 5. So that would be 4 numbers plus a variable. So 86 plus 95 plus 84 plus 97 plus P, which is the unknown 5th test, divided by 5. When we divide that number by 5, we want it to equal 90, because if it equals 90, that means the average is 90, which means he gets an A-. So now to solve this, I'm going to first add these 4 up. So 86 plus 95 plus 84 plus 97. That's 362 plus the last one, divided by 5, equals 90. I'm going to clear the fraction by multiplying by 5. That's 450, and now subtract 362. I get P equals 88. So he needs an 88% on his last test in order to average an A-. Okay. The last several here are just equations now. No more word problems. Number 13, 14, and 15 are literal equations. We call them formulas. Basically, multiple variables. We just want to get one variable by itself. In this number 13, I want to solve for x. So I want to get x by itself, which means I need to move w and h. I do have to move w first by adding it to both sides. So I'm going to rewrite it now. All that's left on this side would be hx. On the right side now is k plus w. Now to get rid of the h, I'm going to divide by h. So x equals k plus w divided by h. Number 14, I'm going to get c by itself. So I need to move 2/3 a and b. There's nothing being added. Everything here is being multiplied. You could also say divided by 3. So I can clear that fraction right away. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 to clear the fraction. What I have left is 2abc equals 3 times d. Now I'm going to divide by everything that's attached to c. So I'm going to divide by 2ab. Notice c is not in there. C is left on the left-hand side. So my answer is 3d divided by 2ab. Number 15, 2a plus 5 divided by b equals 12. We want to solve for a, which means I need to move b to the other side, 5 and 2. This fraction is all by itself on the left side, so I can get rid of the fraction right away. I'm going to multiply by b, so I'm going to be left with 2a plus 5 equals 12b. Now I got to get a by itself by moving 5. 2a equals, a lot of people are going to put that together and say 7b. You can't do that. It's 12b's minus just 5. You can't, they're not like terms. I can't put them together, so I'm just going to leave it as 12b minus 5. Divide everything by 2, and you get your answer of 12b minus 5 divided by 2. Proportions that are already set up for you. Cross multiply. 5 times x plus 1, make sure you include the parentheses, equals 2 times 3x minus 2. Again, include the parentheses. Distribute, I get 5x plus 5 equals 6x minus 4. I'm going to go quickly now. So I get 5 equals x minus 4, add 4, I get x equals 9. 17, same thing. Cross multiply, 1 times x plus 2 equals 2 times 3x minus 1. Distribute the 1, which really doesn't do anything. It's just 1x plus 2 equals 6x minus 2. I'm going to move this x over. 6x minus 1x is 5x. Add 2, I get 4 equals 5x. Divide by 5, I get x equals 4 divided by 5, or 4/5. Last three problems are absolute value. So, get the absolute value expression by itself. So in this case, it's the x plus 4. I'm going to get that by itself. I need to move the 1. And then divide by 2. So I get the absolute value of x plus 4 equals 9. And now I got to make my two equations. X plus 4 equals negative 9. X plus 4 equals positive 9. Subtract 4. I get x equals negative 13. Subtract 4, I get x equals 5. And number 19. I know right away I need to divide by 3. So I have the absolute value of 2x plus 7 equals 11. Two equations. 2x plus 7 equals negative 11. And 2x plus 7 equals 11. Subtract 7. I get 2x equals negative 18. Divide by 2, I get x equals negative 9. Subtract 7, I get 2x equals 4. Divide by 2, I get x equals 2. The two solutions are negative 9 and 2. Last one, I need to move the 13 by subtracting it. I get absolute value of x plus 9 equals negative 5. Hopefully that's a red flag for you. Absolute value can never be negative, therefore this one has no solutions. Okay. That is the end of this review. Hopefully it helped. Good luck tomorrow on checkpoint A.